actually see the page, the people that we are going to be talking
I'm
to.
a page.
Your page of what?
Can you milk me? Wait,
What?
what?
Did you just say, can you milk me?
What
No.
do what do pages have to do with milk?
Oh, never
Oh, we're
mind.
here. I see it.
I also heard
did-
myself for a second. Don't you dare show me a Rockstar advertisement, okay?
wait.
Wait, no, this is 5 Hour Energy.
Wait, did you
Yeah.
change the layout? Because the topic section looks a lot longer.
Yes, I
It-
fixed it because the topic section was not enough for me to fit an actual amount of text.
I see.
It's been done.
Nice.
It has been
Very
done.
nice.
I'm also going to be eating delicious Indian food. So, just a
Ooh.
heads up.
Cool.
This is quite the
All right,
promotion
hey.
there.
Hey guys. Da la la la. MarkJon. Podcast. Podcast 20. Hey, welcome to
Hello.
podcast number 20.
Welcome.
For anybody who is out there, at least. Welcome to podcast number 20. This is going to be our Ask Us Any episode. So, depending on how many people show up now, we might start early. If not, we'll probably start around 9:30, 9:45, maybe 10. But just before anything else, we want to make sure that you guys know, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, here, the works. Also, for anybody who follows us on YouTube, the podcast hasn't been going up on Sunday for the last 2 weeks. Sorry in advance. We just don't have, we haven't had 17, 18, 19, all that stuff lined up yet. We're kind of still making sure that the new transitional stuff works well and just making sure that all the content is all lined up. So it's coming. It'll come in the next week or two, but just until then, enjoy what we have recorded beforehand with other gaming and so on. How are you two doing?
I'm doing fantastically, as always.
What's up,
doing
Xenia?
all right? Xenia, hello. Xenia.
Hi, Xenia.
Yeah, you guys doing well?
Yeah, doing all right, doing all right. And yourself, how are you doing, Jonathan?
You know, I'm doing pretty well. I had a pretty good weekend. Just went to go watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2 this morning with the girlfriend. That was
how
fun.
Was it? How was it?
You know, I have to. Go ahead.
Hi, Xenia.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I had opinions about Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Yeah.
But how was number 2? I've only been hearing really good things about it.
Oh, are you kidding? I honestly enjoyed it because they did this whole thing of we've gotten the origin story out of the way.
Okay.
And this is probably the only Marvel sequel that gave a good amount of depth to its characters, like gave it a good emotional punch in the fucking gut.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't expecting any kind of emotional feedback from this, but sure fucking enough. It was really good, and it had really good music in it, Xenia. That's a very good point.
I think a big part of that was with every other Marvel movie. I don't remember where I was having this conversation the other day, but it was just setting up for the next big movie. I really hope it was not with either of you that I had this conversation.
I don't doubt it. It might have been.
But
Yeah,
this whole
I
idea
have no
that
idea.
okay, good. The idea that when the movie was like, oh look, let's have our next big Marvel movie. Let's have our next big Marvel movie. Oh, we have Thor 37, but wait for the end credits because you'll hear about Hulk 92. But with Guardians of the Galaxy, it was we have Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So it's an actual sequence,
Yeah.
actual series.
Well, what's interesting, and I'm not going to try and spoil any plot points here in case anybody hasn't seen it, you two.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job of making it its own entity. There's a whole lot of like plot that will eventually lead into the whole mashup next year, I think. But it's stuff that really hasn't been explained, right? There's a post-credit scene that they're just like, oh, this is a new thing that's a factor, but it doesn't exactly lead into a specific movie, right? Where Doctor Strange is going to lead into the next Thor movie. They had the end credit scene that involved that. They had another end credit scene that involved something else in another movie. It's always that they lead into another movie, but with this end credit scene, they only hinted at a character that had already been hinted at before, but solidified that basically. This has already been. Go ahead.
Does it involve what I think it involves?
not a big
did
purple
you-
man.
Not a big purple man? Okay, so I think it involves who I think it
What? I don't know what you're.
I don't want to spoil it for the people unless if
Okay.
I've seen the Marvel.
Message me. I want to hear what
Message
you.
you? I will message.
I want to hear what your theory
Mark,
is.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do I message privately via Twitch?
Via Twitch?
Text me.
Via Twitch.
Just
No, I'm not
text-
going to text you. We have Twitch open. We're going to use the resources at hand.
/W Legacy of
Slash-
MarkJon
With a space or no space?
/W
I'm
space
teaching the viewer. Space.
Legacy of
Legacy?
MarkJon.
Mark, just watch
It
me
should
miss-
autocomplete.
I
Ashley!
did
What's
actually-
up,
oh, wow.
Ashley?
And then you can type your message
Let's
after
type
that.
whatever. Cool. I did it. Ta-da.
No,
Now-
that's what I was talking about.
I
That's
just
what you were
realized I
talking about?
had this open,
I did it.
and also I haven't seen the second one. But you know what? I don't give a shit about spoilers. So, hi, Tiger.
Tiger, hello. Tiger,
up,
we have,
Tiger?
we have people who are showing up. It is so wonderful. Wait. That guy's
How is that? It's /W.
/W and the name of the kid.
Yes.
The person.
Yes.
Hello. Time to Tiger. Wait, is Eisen actually holding a wrench? When she's
That's
waving?
no, that's like a little emote. When you
I'm-
message from this account, John, it opens
Yeah.
up on mine.
Interesting.
I missed this
Comment
new thing.
before-
Hi, Legendary.
What's
Astro,
up,
G,
Astro
Yes.
and Legendary?
Hello. Legendary. Where's Legendary?
That's
don't
his
know.
name on Discord and everything else.
Astro?
Yeah, it is Legendary.
Astro. Well, Legendary.
okay. Well,
Greetings
welcome,
to you.
Astro.
Hello. Welcome.
All right, so now there's more people here.
Yeah.
We are
Oh,
doing an Ask Us Anything. Ask all three of us or one of us, whoever you want. We're going to put the question of the week on hold for an hour, which is
A what,
Ask Us
Jonathan? A
Anything.
what?
An
A what?
hour.
Can you say that backwards, please?
Hour.
How about really fast this time?
Hour.
Really slow? Now, can you tell me what 4 times 7 equals?
That would be 28.
Incorrect. Ow! Basic math. Am I right? Basic math.
Basic math. It's not like I was doing mathematics earlier anyway. So we're going to be doing an Ask Us Anything. And I don't know if you guys have any questions lined up, but we want to get your take. If you guys have questions, fire away now. If you guys want us to delay a little bit, we do have topics.
I do.
Hit
see
me
how are
with
you guys
your
doing?
best shot.
Well,
Gonna hit me with your best shot. Also, this text is really hard to read when it's all capital letters, so I'm gonna change
The
it.
Ask Us Anything one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all spindly and spidery, and it looks. It's
Do you
with
like-
a K.
Do you like it better now?
Well, it's yet to update.
Yeah, I
for me.
know. Just
wait.
keep
So I'll nod. I will nod and say yes.
that's much better.
It's better.
better.
So much
It's
better.
much better.
Okay.
I like it.
Yes. Now. Asterisks or boobs?
Ass or
I guess-
boobs.
I guess I'll use
Ooh.
some asterisks. What's this?
I love it. You specifically love asterisks, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Um,
like when you edit a paper, you love using asterisks every once in a while.
Oh no! I don't use asterisks. I use the transmutation circle from Fullmetal Alchemist for human transmutation. That's what I
There you
use.
Every time?
Every time.
That takes a while to draw out too.
I'm just imagining, because of what
Nope.
the 3 asterisks are censoring, I'm just imagining every time you say the word ass, you just draw a transmutation circle. Summon an ass for some reason from ground or whatever the material is.
What else do you do? Oh, Sunset Tiger has a question, so we're gonna segue away from the butt I'm summoning all the time.
Oh,
to-
goodness.
Would you become cybernetic if you could, and how much of yourself would you change? I'm assuming that's change to robotic before you stop. Mark, I know you have opinions on this.
I
That's
would
human revolution,
okay,
right?
so in
SpaceX.
Shadowrun, you can augment
Okay.
yourself until you have 0.1% of your own self left over, or your own consciousness left over, which means you are basically 99.9% machine. I would absolutely bring myself to that point right on the dot.
Really?
until I was at the point where if I had changed one more thing, I would not be human anymore. Absolutely, not even hesitate.
But
So
what
you would
what
be
human-
Kuma.
Let me be an android. Put my consciousness in an android body, and I'm okay
No,
with
you'd be
that.
Bartholomew Kuma from One Piece.
Bartolomeo. Yeah, I'd be okay
Wait.
with that.
Yeah.
What human part of you would you keep? That's my question.
Oh no, I would definitely augment my
He'd
dick.
keep his
so-
dignity.
No, I would augment the shit out of my dick. It would be like, it would be like extendable and vibrating. It'd be great. It'd be awesome. But
Please tell me
Okay. So you
Somebody
have
out
a
there
sex
caught
toy.
my on.
I would keep my heart
great.
just so that if there's like a crazy moment where someone kills me and cuts me in half, they're like, "Oh my god, it had a human heart." That's
He
all.
was
Jonathan?
human all along. No, he wasn't.
Jonathan, how about you? What would you?
And then I could quote Genji. He's like,
I
"Oh,
would.
the heart of
I actually think I would. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'd go as extreme as Mark did. Too extreme for me, but I think I'd do it. I think I'd get like an arm or a let's face it, I'd go full metal. I'd go full metal alchemist, man. Just
you get out of
one
it?
arm that can hold its own. That's all I need.
You can have
There's
that
so many
one arm
characters
and
that
then
have that, and I just think it's such a benefit. Sorry, what was that?
block your one arm and then punch you with my other arm because you'd snap your other arm in half.
It's like I just like my humanity. So if I'm gonna lose an arm, it's gonna be one.
Play
Plus,
near,
I'd
and
be
then
more
answer that
focused-
question for you
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe I'll
about
play that, yeah.
humanity. Hell
All
yeah!
right, so the next question comes from.
I
sorry,
never got to answer
God,
the question.
fuck you, Seven. Next, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Any-
Your turn.
I wouldn't want to augment too much. I'm not as big on the transhumanist boat as some people I know. I would probably Mark's being one of the big people.
augment. The
I'd
fuck
probably
out.
stop like past the joints, if anything. But I'd be more willing to give up my legs and my actual hands. Oh, hi, Midnight Mary.
Hi, Mary.
So legs more than hands, just because I know I have bad knees. Eventually, I'll have to replace my legs.
Oh, you could jump
My
off
knees
a
and-
building.
Yeah.
That would be badass.
What?
Now that would be your mode of travel, Seven. Like
Yeah.
because you love jumping over everything, even in my own house. It's like, for those of you guys who don't know, obviously, not a lot of you will. Seven will just walk around the house, and I'll be sitting there, and he'll say, "Don't move," and I won't move, and just over my head or legs or whatever body part
I'll go flying.
he's jumped over, flies over, lands on the other side, and just walks out. I'm
I
like,
will say you are
you're
very
going
good
to
at
hit,
jumping.
you're gonna hit me one day.
Ah,
It's gonna suck. I'm gonna
Well-
hate you for it.
well, here's my whole thing. If I am jumping over someone, I make it very clear, make it very sure that if I'm going to mess up, it will sooner be me falling and just eating it than me landing on whoever I'm jumping over.
That's what I'm trusting every time you jump over me. Then again, you haven't hesitated to hurt me in the past, but it's okay.
It was,
I
right. That's
forgive you.
true.
It's you know what? It's
No,
I'm
okay.
past it clearly because
you?
I only referenced it one
All the
time this
time?
month instead of
Mark.
3. Yes.
Real quick, Midnight Mary needs a hearty MarkJon hello. Da 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 da. Midnight Mary.
Hi.
Hi.
I love you more.
No, that's not true.
Competition.
All right, guys. So let's go and move on to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's something you just can't eat at all?
Pick me.
All right, go.
Right now. So
Seven, I picked you.
I'm a Pokemon. I love goat cheese so much. Goat cheese
Choose
is beautiful.
you.
I love it. However, there was one time my mom had gotten dried blueberry covered goat cheese,
Hmm.
and it was delicious.
Okay.
And I ate so much of it,
Hmm.
and I still remember it as being delicious. And if I could, I would eat so much of it.
That sounds like not the question.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's. Yeah. Okay.
After she got that, and I ate almost all of it, I got a bad stomach bug, completely unrelated to it.
Oh no.
Woke up late at night and just was vomiting all over the bathroom.
Mhm.
This was the same night that I had tried to call my mom on her phone saying, please bring me help, I'm in the hallway, I need a bucket. But her phone was silent, so she didn't come and help me. She started keeping it off silent the rest of the time. But in the vomit, I saw distinctly the dried blueberries from the goat cheese all over.
Oh,
and ended up happening. I was like, okay, I'm good. All's cool. All's fine. A couple weeks later, she got the blueberry covered goat cheese. And I was like, oh, that was so good. I can't wait to eat it. I get my cracker, and I'm like, I cannot physically make myself put this on my food. And I was so upset. So yeah, I can't eat blueberry covered goat cheese anymore. I'm really upset about it. So yeah.
That sucks. Mark, what about you?
I have 3 answers because I'm a picky eater. One of them
green.
is
the color green.
What?
The color
Look,
green.
I've gotten better about it, okay? But honeydew, I ate it once, and I bit into it because a certain someone forced me to eat it, even though I was like, no, I hate the texture of that kind of stuff. Don't. Yes.
Who?
My ex.
God.
Yeah.
Go on.
And I was like, no, I'm not. Those kind of things will make me gag. I'm not okay with this. Don't make me eat it. I ate it, and then there was like this fucking mucusy membrane in it that was like half solid, half liquid that I couldn't chew and I couldn't quite swallow because I wasn't sure if it was ready to be swallowed. So I just fucking swallowed all of it whole, and then I gagged for about 10 seconds afterward. So that was fun. The other one was when I ate sushi. This for the only time I've ever eaten sushi. I ate a California roll. People, did you get a bad piece of sushi? I don't fucking know, okay? All I know is that I ate a California roll, and I was like, oh, that didn't taste that bad. Like, 20 seconds later, the only other thing I've eaten in the last, 8 hours that day was rice. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't bad rice. But I ate that roll, and then, 10 minutes later, I was like, hey, my brother was in the booth next to me, so I couldn't get out, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to, move, and he was like, why? What's wrong? And I was like, I'm gonna throw up on you if you don't move. And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, please just move. And then he got out of the way, and I went to their bathroom, and I threw up in the toilet, because that was fun. In a restaurant. Yes.
I want to make a caveat there.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like sushi. I'm okay with California rolls. I'm not always okay with them, but an eel roll, because they actually cook the eel on it and have this really good sauce. If you're ever going to try it again, just try an eel roll. Unagi. Delicious. Mwah. That's like a French chef noise. It wasn't funny. Please go on to your next point.
Yeah, I know what you were doing. I'm with you.
Yeah,
and then the last one was when I was a child. I ate at this restaurant called Bob's Big Boy once, and
where was it?
It was, I honestly don't remember, but we had it with a bunch of friends when we were there. So then we all went back to my house, and then I just ran to the bathroom and then shit and vomited all over the place. So I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna go there again. Might have been unrelated, but that was just every time I see that restaurant, I'm like, that little smarmy little fuck, their mascot. I was like, you're smiling because you know what you did to me.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Bob's Big Boy is kind of hard to swallow. I've had their food on numerous occasions because there's a really famous one in my hometown. Actually, the one in my hometown, they have vintage car shows every Friday night, and it's so cool because sometimes the prop guys from Universal Studios and the Disney lot, Warner Brothers, they'll bring out their cars, their prop cars, every once in a while, once in a blue moon. But every once in a while, they'll bring out the DeLorean used in Back to the Future,
cool.
or the I forget what it's called, the Hell Machine from I'm forgetting the movie. But they sometimes bring out the Ghostbusters car. They just a whole bunch of really famous cars every once in a while.
What?
Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm not going there for that. Every once in a while, I'll pass by it and I'll see that going on.
Wait. What did Mark just say? My computer sort of glitched out for a second. I just heard.
I said that's how they get you to eat their food.
Oh, yeah, I heard demonic chant.
Look at our cool cars and buy an order of chili fries. Totally not going to get fucking the shits from that. Stories of the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Speaking
To
of car
answer the actual. Sorry. Go ahead.
Car shows. So there is at the Stater Brothers near where we live. There's a Farmer Boys, right next to it.
There is.
And
I can clarify.
at the Farmer Boys, there is like an old antique car show like every week or so. I don't know how often.
Really?
But the only people who go there are all these old men, and these really nice cars. And I just see that every time and think, wow, these people are sitting here waiting to die because they have nothing better to do with their Saturdays. It's simultaneously a sign.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Did we get disconnected again?
Yeah, I think we did.
It looks so hopeful though. Staring
no.
off into the ether.
No. Should I yell?
Probably go tell. Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. You guys, their internet's been really bad this whole time, so I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on.
There's something about it that I think is so freaking great. Yeah. Okay. All right. I love it.
That was an interesting moment. Hi, John. Welcome back.
Hey there. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh no. The fucking screen regions got all messed up.
Uh-oh.
What happened? There's two of me. There's a tiny version of myself down there. Help.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and fill the empty space with to answer the question, I cannot eat two things.
Oh, God.
Help. One thing. Mark, should I just bring 7 in here?
I don't know. I'm scared, John. Help me.
Oh my God.
There's two of me. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Oh goodness.
You're gonna call again?
Yeah. Should I go get 7?
Yes. Please.
Yeah, okay. Well,
To
I was
fix
about to
this-
say why don't you get him, but you're not here.
Yeah, that would be, I can try and re-add them to the group call.
Yeah.
This is going.
Come join me. You're gonna be seated with. You want to get your chair?
Yeah.
Get your chair. Get your chair.
Okay. Well,
We're gonna just have the both of us here.
oh,
What?
it worked.
What happened? Are we both on now?
Yeah, we're both back on.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm back. I'm not dead anymore.
What happens to your
My
computer?
computer keeps disconnecting from the internet for no discernible reason.
That's weird. I'm
Oh.
like A-okay on my end.
So
Anyway, to answer the question, for me, it's 2 pieces of food. I cannot eat peanuts because I am physically allergic to them. That's a given. We found that out because my mom, when I was like 2 or 3, gave me candy on Halloween and was like, "Here, eat this." And I'm just munching away. I don't give a shit. And my mom just like looks away, continues driving for like 5 minutes, looks back, and I'm just a big red puff. Like, just not like gross, but like I was like definitely like I was a chubby baby, but it looked like I was a fat baby after I had eaten this. So I swelled up, and my mom was like, "Oh shit." So then we got my my allergies checked. Turns out I had a fuck ton of allergies, and I got my allergy shots. Now it's down to like horse grass and peanuts. I think it's I think it's just peanuts.
Horse grass?
Horse feed, horse grass, something like that. I forget what it's called. Also horse hair. I don't know why specifically those 2 things. One's a plant. The other is a
not a plant.
Actual not a plant, like
plant.
an animal.
No. It's called a knot plant.
It's called a knot plant. Got it.
Yeah,
Plant.
they're plants.
Yeah. So that's one food. The other one is a baby potato. Now
What?
I know. If it were
Wait, so
literally
a
any
normal
other
potatoes are fine, but a baby
Old man
potato.
potatoes are fine.
specific a itty bitty baby potato. I cannot eat
Why?
one whole. If
Why?
you get a bunch of baby potatoes, mash them up, and give them to me as mashed potatoes, I'm okay. I cannot have a whole baby potato.
What about it is awful?
When I was younger, my mom had me eat them. Now, I had very, 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 very particular taste back then. I've gotten much better. I'll eat just about anything now, but back then I was very particular. And she said, have this potato. And I'm trying not to make her sound bad in this, because this sounds bad every time I tell the story, and she's a lovely woman.
Fox in
But-
the box. Hi.
Hey, what's up, Fox in the Box?
I won. I said hi to her first.
I won because
She's
I
my
didn't.
girlfriend. What the fuck do you want to do about this?
Claim victory. Finish your story.
Fight,
I am
fight,
victorious.
fight! Gladiatorial combat.
So she wanted me to eat these baby potatoes. I got through like 3, and I just felt like this gagging sensation every single time after that, and was like, okay, I cannot eat this. She said, eat one more, and you can go do whatever the heck you want to now. And I for about 20 minutes, was fighting one baby potato to the point where I finally got it down and was like tearing up at the end of it. And of course, she said one more, and I followed through. Jesus fucking Christ! 2 fucking 4! Ha! Damn it. Ah. Hey, guys in the audience, don't scare me. Devin, I thought for a hot second that you cared about my story. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next
You didn't
question.
notice that Seven took off her headphones and then ran over to the other room.
Oh, because the Skype screen was on you. So I was looking at your picture, not hers. Sorry, I keep getting my pronouns mixed up. Fox in a Box joined in, and I keep getting mixed up with that.
Oh.
Silly me. Anyway, the next question.
Do we have next question?
Oh yeah, we do. If you could choose the traits of your child, would you? How much would you change, and what would change, or what would you change?
I, for
Like,
one,
apparently 20 points to Steven for being sweet, Midnight Mary.
can I
Wait, lose a
answer
point for
first?
Scaring Jonathan. I feel like I lose points for scaring Jonathan.
You lose
Mark,
points.
go
Now it's
ahead.
an even score.
I am 120% okay with genetic engineering. Fucking sign me up, dude. Oh my god. If they were like, hey, you want to make your child like way cooler than they would have been otherwise? Yes? Is that even a question? Oh, you're gonna have a natural. Oh, you're gonna have a normal child. No, what? I would have been, if I could have been born in a test tube, I would be like, hell yes. My parents made the correct decision. Make me have like fucking, I don't know, horse
Oh, yeah.
legs so I can run at super speeds. I don't
Wait,
care. Mince
Mark.
the shit out of my DNA. What's up?
If you had horse legs, and Jonathan couldn't be near you because he'd be allergic.
Oh, that's too
No,
bad.
I'm fine now. That was before the allergy
Oh,
shots.
okay. So you could not have been childhood friends.
Well,
go
we
on.
weren't
Yeah.
anyway. Give me like
I rode
genetically
horses anyway.
genetically engineer me, give me power, like give me abilities, give me power. I don't give a shit. That'd be badass. I'm okay with that. Anyway. I'll give my
Alright.
child powers too. They'll
Apparently you're
agree.
furry.
Well, I'm
Apparently
not
you're
saying
free.
literal horse legs. I'm saying like the strength of a horse. Okay, whatever. The point is, I would do it.
That's not the part of a horse you want. But anyway, 7, you're up.
I'm up.
Yeah.
So I read a series of books called the Dune Saga, where genetic alteration was a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can safely say that aside from just life-threatening conditions, I'd have to say no. On account of
Big mistake.
if you look at it in a long-term fashion with genetics over the species of the human race, what would happen would be eventually people would keep choosing these prime genetic choices. It would narrow the gene pool to the point where if there was a genetic-based disease or a disease based off of DNA that was able to find an exploit in this repetitive sequence that was prevalent over the entire species, we would be wiped out and killed. So in the short term, it's nice. In the long term, it's great. I think custom-tailored children is a bit of a dangerous territory for various long-term and social reasons that this podcast has a place for.
Well, here's the thing. Now, if you make all of those your top genes, I forget what the other term besides recessive is. It's recessive and dominant. Thank you. I don't know who said dominant. Nobody said dominant. I thought of it in my own head. If all the dominant... What was that?
We said it simultaneously.
I know, we did. If all of your dominant genes are nothing but fantastic genes, it's just like you are the perfect human being, the perfect child every single time. Could you imagine how bad the recessive gene pool is going to be if you go natural ever? Could you imagine that? Like, if you keep favoring the better genes consistently and you never use the recessive gene ever, how bad is the recessive gene when you actually go back to going natural?
I don't think that's how genetics works,
dude. That's not how. Because sometimes you want the recessive instead of the dominant, so you just get double recessive instead.
Right, but I'm saying, like, let's say the opposite happens. Let's say somebody wants to have a natural child and the opposite outcome occurs. What if that opposite outcome ends up being that much worse because you've been genetically going away from it for so long and it's just not a common trait? Or forget that, like, what if it just... there's a whole bunch of implications here that would be definitely weirdly... that would definitely implicate weirdly into a society if that were to happen. There was actually a film that covered that.
Which film?
I really can't remember the name of it. The premise is that you had the ability to genetically alter your child. The first child they had, they did not... Sorry, the first child they had, they genetically engineered. The second one that they did not. And these two brothers, they lived side by side to each other. You know, one had to, like, you know, deal with all of these, like, sicknesses, diseases, and all that stuff. Not like a severe killing thing, but and it got to the point where the society stopped accepting people who had the negative genetic traits for, like, certain roles and so on. But the kid who had these faults wanted to go to space. He wanted to be an astronaut. So he goes into like this physical. He keeps driving himself further and further and further, and then he finally goes up and neck to neck with his brother. His brother is essentially the one who designed the ship, but didn't have the drive and motivation to be actually go onto the ship. And then he snuck his brother onto the ship so that he could go up into space. He had the drive, and it was a weird science fiction thing. It was very
sounds like an anime.
Kind of. It felt like one.
Except they would have battled for the honor of going up to the spaceship.
No battle. They swam across an ocean or like a small sea, but no battle.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a very weird concept. I just can't remember the name of it for the life of me.
I thought of a really mean comment that I don't feel like I should say unless you tell me to say it.
Is it to me and focused at me only?
It's about your story.
Okay.
So you don't know the name of the story of the movie you're talking about?
Yeah.
Then your story means nothing to us. It provides no purpose.
Okay. Well, I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, please do. I actually am curious what this is called. Then your story will be full of purpose and rich, mature meaning.
Shut the fuck.
Maybe
So,
it's you saying, but I don't care still.
I know you don't. So the next question: have you ever called a teacher mom or dad during high school?
No.
Real quick.
Huh?
I'm not in huge favor of genetic thing either. Now you're skipping me. Thanks.
You were in the middle of answering it that whole time.
No, I was just explaining the movie. That was what the dilemma between you two was.
No, you
I
said
thought it
something
was
about
interesting.
recessive genes before.
Yeah.
No, it was just a hypothetical.
Oh, I
That was
thought
just a
that was
So
hypothetical.
then it's your fault for taking too long to answer the fucking question,
I
honestly.
just wanted to talk about
No, that's too bad. No. This isn't Ask Us
Gotta
Anything.
go.
Let's not explain movies.
Wait, Mark, what's it called?
The name of the film is Gattaca. Gattaca. I'll type it out. Gattaca.
I feel like I've heard of that before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, it has good ratings and everything. I couldn't remember the name of it.
Honestly,
I've
it sounds
never
like a
seen it.
Galaga ripoff, so...
Interesting.
I think that's what it is. I'm not sure.
I think that people are afraid of the next generation being better than them. Fucking yes, exactly. Also,
Well, I mean,
you said genetic diseases. That's just the price of progress, honestly. So,
I don't think extinction is a price for progress.
Darwinism.
oh
Only the stronger will survive.
yeah, make the genes resistant to the future diseases. That's all you have to do. Easy.
So the way that
Oh.
the way that IMDb describes the movie is a genetically inferior man assumes the identity of a superior one in order to pursue his lifelong dream of space travel.
You know what?
This sounds
You know what
really
terrifies me?
What's that?
That if that description would also be able to describe some Holocaust movie about a Jew trying to get into the Nazi space program. Which that's a terrifying parallel there. That's
Yeah.
hilarious, but also awful.
Well, luckily, I don't think they tried to do that in that film.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever
Anyway.
call a teacher mom or dad during high school?
Mark?
No.
John?
Um, to piss them off, yes.
Oh, do tell.
What?
Do tell.
No, I've got a high school teacher who's we're basically good friends. He and I, every time we meet up, we always just have a blast talking. He was my old chemistry teacher. Fun fact: we had an AP chemistry teacher, an AP physics teacher, and an AP bio teacher. You want to know what the AP bio teacher studied first?
What?
Chemistry and physics.
You want to know what?
Oh.
You want to know what the physics teacher studied first?
Biology.
Biology.
Chemistry. Wait, hold on. I have that reversed. Yeah, so, sorry. The chemistry teacher did biology, the physics teacher did chemistry, and the biology teacher did physics.
religious
That's what it
studies.
was.
Got it.
Yeah, religious studies, exactly. No, but it was so funny every time I hear that. But anyway, this guy, he and I are really cool, but I would always hang out with him and a friend of mine, and we would just sit there, and I would always just crack these loud, obnoxious jokes all the time. And he was the only teacher who was, like, always reciprocating with even better jokes. And this was the guy who nobody liked because he never cracked these jokes to other students. It was the greatest thing. He's such a cool guy. And I would, every once in a while, I'd just be like, "You're my legitimate father now. You're going to have to raise me. Take me home, Dad." Like, this is before I knew of the term daddy, just so you know. But like, this was just like a whole thing that transpired for like a year and a half. And he's a great guy. He always, every time I say, "Hey, can I come on campus, hang out?" He's like, "Hell yeah, come on campus, hang out."
I see.
Even when I'm sitting in the back of his class and I accidentally fart way too loud and then make a joke about it, that didn't happen on purpose. That was completely on accident.
Sure it was.
He's still like, love it, and he just moves on with the rest of the class, and then he explains how that was a chemical reaction inside of my belly, and then goes on to tell people how hydrochloric acid is important.
There you go.
He just has a good sense of humor. But yeah, I called the teacher my dad just because shits and giggles, and he had a good sense of humor.
So I don't use familial terms for people outside my family, except for very, very, very few exceptions.
Except for
Like
every
us.
time I call anyone daddy, which is all the time. So
Yeah.
or mommy,
However,
just to make them feel extra uncomfortable.
okay. Anyway, I can't take the word mommy seriously anymore because of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Beautiful
Oh,
movie.
Yes, it is.
But I do think it's worth noting that in the dorm that Jonathan and I were in, it became customary for like a quarter of the building to call our RA mom,
They still do.
and most of them still do, and a lot of us were not comfortable with this, myself included.
Really?
I was really uncomfortable with this.
I wrote
because
on the
I don't-
window, building J or whatever, take me to your mother or something. And then she was like, "Who the fuck wrote this?" And I was like, "Oh."
She's great. Alex is great.
Yeah, she's a really cool person.
So, next question.
All right, the next question comes from
yeah, I believe
Xenia.
What's one skill you have and one that you wish you
Oh,
had?
yes. That's also from Xenia. But yeah. Do you want to take this one first, Mark?
I wish I had an incredible amount of skill with a sword, or better programming knowledge, because that would probably be more helpful in my day-to-day life, to be honest. So,
And what do you have though?
a mediocre amount of both. I'll take the
All right,
computer science.
Like a cool.
Let's go ahead and alter the question then. Let's go ahead and alter it to something that just isn't part of your regular schedule. So nothing that involves swords or programming or video games. Let's just say it's something that you just don't do enough. Like,
I wish I could
period. Art? Okay.
I wish I could art.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Okay, I can see that. How about you, Seven?
What I want to do or what I have? What I want to do one?
Yes.
Oh, no.
For skill.
Oh,
You
okay.
wish you had.
What I wish I had?
Yeah.
I wish that I had some more talent with, it's going to sound really stupid when I say this. Circus acrobatic acts, like fire breathing,
Circus
tightrope walking,
acrobatic act.
all, like, juggling, all that type of stuff. That just sounds like really cool to know. No, wait, I rescind that.
I actually
that.
rescind mine too. I have a different one. Did you finish?
Okay, actually, bartending, like classy bartending.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't
That's pretty good.
drink, but the idea of bartending is just super cool. Just being able to be like, oh hey, you want something to drink? Well, let me make you something really fancy here. I'm going to impress you and just be here for the entire party, unable to leave, trapped in this prison that is the counter. Please save me. Oh, gods below, save me. I mean, that sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would change mine to cooking. I want to learn how to cook really well.
Yeah, I can see that.
That would be awesome.
Jonathan?
Cars.
What about cars?
Doesn't matter. I would love to be able to dismantle one, put one back together,
Oh.
give me the parts, I can make a car,
One
drive it much better
specific
than I
thing.
do.
Wait,
Just-
Mark?
Yours wasn't specific either when you said circus
I know.
acrobatics.
I was saying like
Wait.
what you were like anything, and I was like you would know fuel injectors so well.
Well, I already know air intake and fuel injectors, but I want to know.
That's the only
more.
thing you
I want to know. I don't need to only know that.
Jonathan, I'm going to take your comment of you want to know cars, as in you want to be able to turn into a car, preferably a Mazda, be
Mazdas are trash.
economical.
No.
No? Okay. Oh, I need to show you both a picture. So I was at the Creative Writing, this is on topic, trust me. I was at the Creative Writing department the other day, as I am, and there was a chrome pink Porsche in the parking lot.
Oh.
I think I've
And it was-
seen that before.
It was
Oh.
the gaudiest thing I have seen in a very long time. Yeah.
Wow,
we
I
see
actually
that when
gagged
we
from
were
that.
picking up Melissa that one time. I thought we saw
I-
something, and I could have sworn I saw that and made
I
a
feel like
comment
we
about
might
it.
have.
Ah,
I
whatever.
feel like we might have. Okay. So, we have another question now, don't we?
Yeah, but real quick, what's a skill that you do have?
Oh, a do have?
Yeah.
That isn't normally mentioned?
Yeah.
I'm assuming fencing doesn't count because I've shown my fencing sword before. I snowboard.
You glitched out on the on the
shown my
Skype for a
sword before?
second. No, you said fencing. I heard feminist, and I'm like, that's an interesting skill.
Oh,
I didn't know a belief had skill to it.
You've seen my feminism sword.
the blade of feminism. It's a just one. It is long and strong, and I don't know where I'm going with this imagery.
I know,
I'm going
that
to
was
let's
odd
say-
imagery for
They would get
Snowboarding.
mad at you for penis imagery.
No boarding. I have snowboard. That- Mark, what about you? What skill you have?
Oh god, I don't have any skills. I can play Dark Souls reasonably well, but
That is
people know
technically a
about
skill.
that. I think. I don't know, John. You do yours. I'll come back to me.
I actually am a jazz singer, and I take a lot of pride in that, and I wish I could do it more. If any of you guys are curious enough, I'm on YouTube singing stuff So if you want to look up my name, have at it. You'll enjoy something to the upwards of like 10 different things of me performing in front of a jazz combo or a jazz band. Just varies. I don't know. I think Seven's been to one of my shows, right? Mark too.
Like one or two. Of
Yeah,
them,
I
think.
went to one.
Yeah, you can sing. You can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, you have to answer the question. You're under the knife now. By knife, I mean ruler. By ruler, I mean I'm a nun.
I guess it's not super much a skill, but I made a sword once.
Like,
Like-
that's not a skill. That's a skill.
Oh, thank you. I mean, my grandfather had like
Your grandfather.
some extra metal in his shop. It was from like an old car or something, so it was like not good metal at all. But I made a sword in Oregon once. It was really cool.
That's really cool.
I gave it away,
That's really
sadly, and I can't get it back. But I want to try to see if I can do it again soon. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
do
would
it
be
for sure.
fucking cool.
All right. So
Glasses for that.
Our next question is from Denny again.
Before we go on to the next question, what time is it? 7?
it's about 9:43.
Interesting.
9:45. Your clock is off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your clock
yeah.
is off.
So, but what time is it?
Yeah, what time is it?
What time is it?
Sponsor time.
Oh! It is a hollowness. I went to the store to try and fill it this empty space surrounding me. I was nude walking in, flesh pale, sweat covered from the California heat. They were all staring, but they knew why I was here. These people, these workers with no faces. They had voids where their face should be, this strange absence of being, and they told me they had no words. They just said again and again, handing me more and more pieces of cloth. Some were painted red with blood of lamb, some blue with those of horseshoe crabs cracked open over a rock on the seashore, some green by some viscera I do not recognize, and they plastered my body with them, and I tore down saying no, no, and they said, and eventually they relented, stood around me, nodding in sync, like some rhythm, some melody. Between them I could not hear, and they handed me nothing, not a lack of things in their hands, but a lack of space between their fingers, this strange void, this absence where there was nothing, where there could be nothing, and they held it out to me, and I nodded, yes, this is it, and it was cold. It was so cold, but I put it upon my shoulders, my elbows, this void encompassing me, a space between the world and me, where there was now a thing that was nothing. In this space, there was this gap clothing.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gap. Anyway, well,
We're not
our next
actually
question comes
affiliated
from
with
Zenny.
Gap, but I'm sure they have great clothes. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do.
Oh,
For
I
the-
used to go to the Gap.
You're welcome for the
sure.
massive amounts of publicity. The Gap. You're welcome.
Yep, yep,
You're welcome.
Um,
All right, the next question comes from Xenia.
yep,
If
yep.
if you were given a chance to be in a movie, would you?
Yes.
What kind of movie would you be in, or what would you like to be in? Excuse me.
Put me in a
Should I go
fantasy
first?
movie.
Fantasy movie?
Yeah, like you know that one
Princess
Seventh
Bride.
Son. Oh no. Give me like the Seventh Son movie or whatever, which I heard wasn't like super amazing, but give me a better movie in the same vein, and I'm chill. I'm
Okay.
chill. Put me in Game of Thrones. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with dying.
The Game of Thrones movie starring Mark, and Mark.
Yeah,
Mark
that's how it
Snow.
works. Mark Snow. That's how it is.
nothing.
Jonathan, how about you?
Oh, I would.
I don't know,
Totally pick
man.
Final Fantasy.
I feel like it'd be really cool to be one of the background Jedi of
One of the
Star Wars.
background Jedi?
Like one of the ones who has like a really cool backstory and that's like canonically written out in detail, but just doesn't have the center stage in like the movie.
Like that green tentacle guy.
Yes. He has like a whole backstory, but that's not as impressive. There's like a whole bunch of other ones. Like Darth Plagueis, for example, who has like every medium except for the main movies. right? Or all the other, Siths. There's a whole bunch of Jedis. They all have that kind of stuff. It'd be really cool to have a sci-fi role of any kind. I think, like if I were in Interstellar or Inception or something like that. A Christopher Nolan or a Spielberg or Star Wars movie. That'd be really cool. I think, just something that's just really out there, crazy, awesome.
For me, I don't know why. I mean, of course, I feel like I have to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if I was in a movie, it'd be in one of those really weird movies that nobody cares about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some... What? Mark?
Tiger was like, I want to be in the Minions movie.
Oh, that's funny.
The next
so
question,
proud.
I don't think I can top that one. I was gonna say like some movie that for some reason that like took place like some year with a number 7 in it that was before 2000 and before the 1990s, or some variant of the Tron movie where they just all look like they're from the 80s, something like that. I don't know why. I think it's the hair.
That'll do it for sure.
That's true. Yeah.
I would not cut my hair for a movie. So I love this next question.
Yeah.
So Box in a Box has a serious question coming our way.
Very serious.
If you had to take a side job as a stripper, what would your stage name be?
So I have a funny answer for this, because
Okay.
there was a thing like a long ass time ago, and it was like, oh, your stripper name or whatever. It's like the first street you lived on as a child, and like the name of your pet as a child. And
Your first pet?
yes, or yeah, it was something like that. And I couldn't remember the name of my first pet because my parents got him before I was like conscious. So I picked my first pet, and my my name would have been Max Gayville. So
What would I?
Max Gayville,
Beautiful.
but
You would have been at a Chippendales.
and I
Okay.
came across that realization as a child, obviously, when people were like, oh, you guys are, gay stuff. That's funny, right? I was like, oh, shit, I'm screwed socially. This is the end of me. But, yeah. Now it's hilarious. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I think 7's gone out again.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang up
Yeah.
on 7. Oh, wrecked. We'll see if it works.
I still love how he's still talking. I can't get over that. I think it's freaking hilarious. My stripper name would probably be, God, I don't know. Yep. We've got
I have a
guest.
Okay.
Hello.
Here we go. I have a chair now, so my computer's being a problem. So where was I? Right. The pet name thing. So if I was going by what you said there, should I go by my first pet my family had, the first pet I remember having?
Let's go with the first pet you remember having.
Percy Mattel would be the stripper name, which I honestly think sounds like a rather decent stripper name. However, I thought of the first line for a story the other day, so I feel like I have to go with the name from that one, where the sentence I need to start some book or short story with is, "Shooting star Trudy has the biggest knockers this side of the state line."
That's great.
I know it.
Please do a story with that.
It just sounds. It rolls off the tongue.
That'd be
Shooting
great.
Star Trudy has the best knockers this side of the town?
The state line.
Of this side of the state line. That works so much better.
I know,
it,
right?
It has a good ring
Also,
to
it's
it.
very zoomed in on you guys' face right now, and there's 2 of me. So this is fucked everything, but I like it. We're going to leave it this way.
What do you mean there are 2 of you?
There are 2 of me now.
Well, it's just showing the
Just showing my.
Yeah, I know.
my
It's gone
face.
now.
There are 2 of you.
Hi.
Well, there's 2 of you now.
Here,
Sorry.
I can go try to fix it.
No, technical difficulties are what make this endearing.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah. So Jonathan, your stripper name via the Mark fashion.
I gotta look up my old address. I don't remember the name of my first street.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Disappointment.
I feel like.
Mhm.
Wow. I feel like I'm just gonna go with a different name.
Okay.
I can't remember the street. It's on the tip of my tongue. It starts with an S, but I can't remember it.
Salamander.
It's not Salamander.
Starch.
I remember the name of my first pet that I named.
Which is? Is it like Thunder Muffin?
Thunder Muffin?
Nope.
What?
It's called Poopy.
Poopy?
It was a goldfish
Named
that I had
Poopy?
for a full year that didn't stop shitting once.
You named it.
There was constantly
Poopy
a stream
snake.
of poop.
Is the
Oh my. Wow.
I know.
I'm so proud of you.
I know. Thank you.
Poopy. So I'm gonna how about this? We just call you Poopy Burbank.
No. Poopy Burbank.
Poopy Burbank.
You'd also work at a Chippendale.
So we have Poopy Burbank, we have Percy Mattel, and we have Max Gayville.
Max Gayville sounds like the one you want, right? You sound like the hidden gem. And I'm the one that's just tossed around everywhere and everyone's going,
The thing is,
You're the one who's like going up to people and you're like, I'm poopy, and they're like, please, can you
we'll
not?
give you money to leave.
they call me Burbank. Poopy Burbank.
The thing is, you get some really good fetish clients going on there. So,
Yeah.
like, we'll have like
Oh, yeah.
exclusive, but you'll get all the singles.
But they
Yeah.
they're shielding their face when they go into the private room with you. They're like, I'm already in a strip club and this is bad.
Guess it's a poopy day again. Oh yeah.
Oh goodness.
So, what's the next question that we have going for?
Oh, I'm looking. There's no longer 3 eyes on chat. It's
I
just
know.
2 now.
I can go try to get it to work. Oh, if you had to choose for the world to end and try to survive by earthquake, tornado, tsunami, or zombies, why that and not? So, what apocalypse do you choose? Earthquake, tornado, tsunami, zombie. Mark, why do you pick zombie?
Because all the other ones are really boring. Like, if the world is gonna die, right? You're gonna be like, oh, let's just kill everyone with a zombie, or no, sorry, an earthquake, or tornadoes, or a tsunami. Everyone's already dead. What else is? Oh, I'm gonna wake up and now I gotta survive anyway. If you did survive, right? But like,
Yeah.
zombies is like, there's some fucking miraculous shit going down. The dead are literally walking the streets.
Well, also, what would be really cool about that is that that's the one apocalypse that requires each survivor to have skill to survive.
Well, you
As
gotta
opposed to
have
an
skill,
earthquake,
but the other skills are
That's just
boring.
a matter. Go ahead.
In the other scenarios, you still need to have skill. It's just that those skills are not as fun. Like, you're like, oh, I gotta know how to like cook a can of beans or what. I don't fucking care. I want to kill zombies, dude. Give me my.
Well, either way, you need to cook a can of beans, but one has an added element of destroying the crap out of zombies.
Hell
Jonathan?
yeah.
I'd go with the zombies too, actually.
No.
I think I would.
I think I'd have to pick tornado.
It's the easiest one to survive.
No. Not because I'm imagining, oh, it's a tornado. I'm imagining like a giant super tornado going across the entire globe. This huge whirlwind of death that is actively pursuing people.
At that point,
And
it would
turns-
also be a tsunami too if it went across like the ocean.
Yeah. But like this malevolent living whirlwind where it turns into this huge, just everyone's doing fighter planes, trying to dodge mountains, going through the sky. And I like dogfights, so I'm not the animal, but with planes.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I vote for that one. I can't fly, so I will die first. But I want to see a movie of the
No,
world.
you'll be the plucky sidekick of someone who's an ace pilot, right? Like that's just.
Oh,
what's
I
gonna-
got this. Put me in the gunner. Like
You
that,
could just
yeah.
shoot- yeah,
It'd be-
exactly.
It'd be me flying
You
and
can
you
fly?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I mean I've got people who can teach me.
If
That's
this
not the
tornado, I
same
think they're all in the air already.
No, like it actually doesn't. The small planes don't actually require a lot to like get them off the ground.
It's true.
and pilot
The
them.
problem is getting them back on the ground.
No, I mean it's just a matter of finagling it.
I think, yeah, technically it's a matter of finagling it.
You could say that about
However-
landing a spaceship It's a matter of finagling it.
If you
Okay.
mess up the finagling, you die.
Okay, spaceship, yeah, you mess up one little itty bitty thing, you die. But if you like land with on only one wheel instead of two, you're not gonna die on the plane.
You might get the
Okay,
wheel ripped off and then it goes sideways and then you catch on fire and blow up. You know.
Okay,
big deal.
Okay, let's say that this is the plane, right? If you fly like this and land wing first, yeah, you're gonna
No,
fucking
you do
die.
a cartwheel and you land it on your feet. Then you give the plane a perfect 10. Because, wow, it's a great job.
Do you want to go try and fix
my
the thing now, Seth?
Oh, yeah, give me a
All right,
second.
we'll give it a
Well,
we'll give it a
it's
shot.
Right here, don't put it down.
Don't trip. See you next fall.
Hey, nice.
So good.
All right, how are we looking?
Oh,
I'm hearing
Hello?
phone stuff.
hello. You don't...
We look like we're on.
Oh, yay!
What now?
You put it down.
I want to hear things.
I need my chair back.
Then take your chair back.
No.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
This has been a great ride so far.
It happens. Hey.
Wait, can I make a suggestion about this first?
Go.
Only 2 rounds. I think it goes on for too long if we do more than 2 rounds.
That's fine.
Okay.
What's happening?
Oh.
Oh,
7, go.
I just sat down. But anyways, in other news, Xbox 360 has announced it is now releasing the Xbox 720. In order to play this, you must buy a skateboard, attach the system, and perpetually do 720 ollies in order to power the system. Once you stop, it will explode, and there will be no refunds on the project. The only game it can play is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 7.
Breath of the Wild has announced a new DLC and more costumes. Now, one of those costumes is controversial as it involves a gimp suit. Why is Link wearing a gimp suit? Now, as the developers have been reached out by most of the media, they have found out that the gimp suit is actually supposed to be aerodynamic and fluid against a new boss in the game. Fetish.
Pokemon has just announced Gordon Ramsay's Pokemon, Rhubarb and Saffron, with instant classics such as Poke Chew, Char Lasagna. The thing disconnected again.
I
God damn it.
heard.
And War Tortellini.
War tortellini.
Team Fortress 2 has announced a new game, Team Fortress 3, in which it will only be actually a hat designing shop. You heard that right. Team Fortress 3, haberdashery. Every game has no guns, just custom designed hats, sewn together with finesse. One wrong click and your top hat turns into a bowler cap. No points for you.
All right, Nintendo has decided to announce that they are going to be releasing a new kind of DS. It is the new Nintendo 4DS XL. You've already beaten the game. The existence has already happened. The timeline of you having gotten to the middle of the game and beaten that boss is simultaneously happening with you beating the game and starting the game. There is no reason to get it because you've already gotten it. And you've already thrown it away, or handed it away to your children. The Nintendo 4DS. It's all happening simultaneously.
Team Sonic. A story has just come out about their studio shutting down midway through their most recent project about a Sonic dating sim. As they did research looking on DeviantArt, so many of the developers committed suicide that they had to cancel the project and shut down the studio.
And thank you for joining us on the Totally Real Hour.
Oh, too real with that last one.
I was just watching stuff about DeviantArt and I...
What's your favorite way to waste time? That's not a video game. Jonathan?
It's not a video game?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Ooh.
Oh shit, I was gonna say Brave Exvius, but it's a video game.
Yeah, I was going to say Fire Emblem for me.
Okay, I guess I'll go then, since I have an
Yeah,
answer.
go. Yeah,
So
please.
I have 2 answers actually.
Reading.
One.
I have an answer with
I'm
7,
answering my question.
but we have an answer together.
What's your? Well, I don't know what your answer is.
Dude, the Fire Emblem card game.
But we haven't played in so long. We just got new cards, though. We haven't been recently wasting time.
It's a good waste of time.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad waste of time, but my answers, I was going to say them. One is stressing over other people's problems and or going on the interwebs. Option 2, never let me say interwebs again, by the way. Option 2 is just lying on the floor.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It's not healthy, but...
You know, there are better places to lie down, right? Like the bed,
yeah,
couch.
but I'll fall asleep there.
Right, but
I mean,
those are less dramatic
sometimes.
than laying on the floor. So, I see your point.
To be perfectly honest, I actually have fallen asleep on our floor before.
It's a comfortable floor.
It is a comfortable
Most
floor.
floors are comfortable.
I feel like they designed beds for just such a reason. But you know what? I won't get after you on that one. Anyway, wait, John, did you answer already?
The Fire Emblem card game is one way. If I can get a group of people together, Cards Against Humanity is good. Joking Hazard, by the way, really fun. I tested it out a few weeks back.
Hey, fun fact. It wasn't that video games aren't an option. It's just that games in general aren't options.
Not all of your
really?
answers for games.
Playing
games is not an option.
Ha. This is where reading comes in handy for me.
No, I don't have.
I mean, I
it's
have
a
enough.
threat.
I have enough books that I can read. Oh my god, guys! I have a hippie textbook from the 70s.
How hippie are you talking?
It's a physics textbook written in like the hippy dippy style from back then. Now get it for a second.
Oh, if we're sharing bad books, I win. Because
It's got like psychedelic looks out here.
Where'd it go?
Right here.
You guys need to buy. Oh my god!
That is
Yeah.
so good. Wait, read the first sentence, please. That seems like the second worst book in this house.
It's a great book. It actually does explain physics very well. To Millie, Paul, Leslie, Jamie, and the struggling student.
Oh.
Hamlet 2.
Ophelia's Revenge.
What? Wait, what?
Wait, John first, and I'll show this book. Blank. I see blank. I see blank.
Yep.
Did I die again?
That's a blank page right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Were you trying to show us words?
No, I was trying to show you a thing.
Oh wow, that's written in like
enjoyable
Comic
series,
Sans.
especially serious physics. Oh.
Yeah, no, like, and it goes on to like actually explain physics, but like they have like these little cartoons throughout the entire thing. I actually took this to college so that I could like understand physics better, and it did help.
Good.
But like, it just doesn't have any example problems, no numbers.
You know, keep talking
just
about
like-
you guys' fucking books. I want to go at some point today. I'm just saying.
Go.
Yeah,
and
go
I'll
for
talk
it.
about
No,
my
you
book.
know what? Talk about Hamlet 2 first, okay?
Are you curious?
Yeah, kind of.
So this is a book that my AP Lit teacher in high school had. My brother got this from her when she left the school. I have yet to get more than 12 or so pages into it, and the entire thing is filled with just bad Shakespeare jokes that are really cleverly hidden. If I may read like the first sentence and the first paragraph.
Please.
Oh, okay.
Something was rotten in the state of Ohio. For a sign of Hamlet, something is rotten in the state of Denmark. With 15 seconds to go in the last quarter, 1525, it's starting to play on the year Shakespeare was born in, at the Globe University's football game, Globe Theater, the Monarchs remain scoreless against the Fortinbras. You know, the two warring armies in Hamlet, but it's football in high school. In Fortinbras use fighting generals, you know, because General Fortinbras. Cameron Dean, star quarterback of the Monarchs, faced his first loss in 3 seasons. 15 seconds and 20 yards to go, fourth down, 20 yards to 60 feet, 1564, I believe, when Shakespeare was born. Or when he died, one of the other. This wouldn't be a loss, it'd be an upset. Even upset when you're putting it too mildly. Embarrassment, a vast understatement. This whole thing is written so poorly, I love it dearly. I cherish it.
This is like when people try to make like a high school anime after coming back from like some weird classic. Anyway, so
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just read the last sentence. I have to share it because it's so stupid. But Cameron and the other boy comprised a single ghost. They shared one pair of legs, joined at the waist like Siamese souls.
What?
That's so bad. I love it.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well.
All right.
Okay.
Mark, did you answer that?
No,
the question? Or
I
no?
haven't.
No? Go for it.
In my free time, I practice with swords. I will watch a shitload of YouTube. And that's pretty much it.
All right. That's not playing games.
Yeah.
Fun. There you go. All right. The next question is from One in Exile. Why do I keep dying?
That I honestly, please tell me. Why do people?
If it happens again, unplug the net card in the back of your computer and plug it back in.
Okay, I'll try to figure out which one that is.
It's the one that
Our
looks like a
roommate
stick.
is home.
Yes. Wait, what?
It's like a
Our
stick,
roommate is home.
Oh, okay.
a USB stick.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh, the next question from Zenia. What are some things you want to accomplish before you die? A deep one here. Almost heavier than the stripper name question.
I want to become a stripper.
Do you really now?
No, I don't.
That's a
First
shame.
of
I
all,
have a stripper
no,
pole
you
in
know
the
what?
closet.
I do. A, they pull in a lot of money, and B, the workout that you get on a stripper pole is intense. It really is.
Yeah.
And 3, you'd get in so much shape. It would look. I'd have to get back into shape to do that, and it would be awesome.
There you go. I have a stripper pole in the closet if that's ever something the ceiling could work with.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I promise.
So, aside from being a stripper, though, Mark, do you have anything you want to say?
I'll go last.
Okay.
Unless you guys don't have stuff yet.
What do I
Well,
want to accomplish before I die? Quite frankly, I'm just going to be honest here. My current goal in life is just to make sure that what I do gets enough money so that I can ultimately, be able to support, whether it's on my own or as a household of 2 incomes or whatever, be able to support my family. Whether it's just the wife or it's wife, kids, dog, wife, kids, dog, house, car, etc. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Dog.
Dog. But it doesn't matter. I want to be sure that I can take care of anyone who is in my life, no matter what it is. That's the biggest thing that I think is important to me. That's why I really do work the way I do. Like, I want to make sure that 20 years down the line, I can truly provide for anyone in my life. Friend, family, whoever. But Xenia did give the same answers last time because that's it's the goal. That's what it is. That will be my future. I will make it so. Anyway.
So I guess I have a relatively longish list, but some things on that are I want to be able to write a book, get that published, have something I can say I'm proud that I made out there. Which
I'll support you with that for sure.
You could. I know. Thank you. And I know that Mark would also support if he read.
I'll support you, but I won't read your book. I'm sorry. I'll read the Spark Notes so I can at least kind of talk about it.
Will you read the Spark
I
Notes?
I will at least read the summary page on the Spark Notes. Maybe
One
not
day,
the chapter
one
by
day.
chapter.
Hold on. One day, Seven's going to put out something, and it's going to involve both you and me, Mark. Maybe it's going to be like a memoir of the podcast or something, but it's going to be like stylistically told. So they're going to call us in for an interview when he gets big, and they're going to ask you and I. It's like, so have you guys read it? Did you enjoy the book? And I'll be like, yeah, I read it. It was a really good time, and I think that I've seen this gift, and you'll just sit there like, what's reading?
Well, I'm assuming that will be conveyed in the book, probably, that I would not read it. But I will fervently support you in every other way. Not even almost, in literally every other way.
One book that I have been told I should make involving the two of you before, you two both know about this, is the quote list book that I have since retired. For those who don't know, for the longest time, I had recorded odd quotes of people on my phone. I have since stopped recording people.
Oh, they were so good, though.
Specifically because Mark and Jonathan and a third friend of ours, Sal, I've lived with 2 of them. Mark, I've hung out with enough to. So he also has a huge number. I was unable to go through a normal conversation without having to take my phone out at least once and record a quote, and I got sick and tired of it, so I stopped. I will gladly read some of these choice quotes from the 2 people on this podcast if they will let me.
I don't
But
care.
That's fine.
An animated book of like illustrations of people next to their quotes trying to explain it.
That'd be so good. Seven, please make that a thing. That'd be so awesome if you could get like an
draw. I can't draw.
You don't have to look. You can hire someone. You can find someone. Shit, I'll draw for you. Xenia can probably help it.
There's a very specific style that I am hoping for that I can't make, that I can't exactly convey because I cannot tell how I want drawings to look. But if people want to hear the infamous quote list, I have some choice selections.
Cut out again.
Here.
Oh no, you're
Right?
back. You're back.
Oh,
Did I
I
die?
thought you
Am I
cut
back?
out again.
Am I back?
You're good.
I am reborn! Yay! Okay. So, yeah, Mark, the question. What do you want to do before you die question?
I want to change the world. I want to make the whole world a better place. I want to help as many people as I possibly can before I die. But honestly, I'd be okay with dying tomorrow. I live a pretty good life.
All right. Well, don't die tomorrow, please.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be upset about it. But
I think. Wait, of course you are? Oh, hi, what? I'm sorry. I was looking at the quote list and I got zoned out.
Oh, it's okay. Xenia was saying I like how I'm an option for the art thing, so I was just responding with, "Of course you are."
Yeah. I didn't want to assume that Xenia would be on board with this because I felt like it'd be rude of me to assume Xenia would want to do this without
and that's incredibly
her off.
rude, yes.
What?
To assume that, someone's willing to do work.
For free?
No, that wasn't the assumption. But you can like talk to one of us. But the implication is you could hire somebody.
Yes.
Right. That's
Or-
what I meant.
The thought that I
Like,
had.
you know people who can do that.
Yeah, the thought that I had was if I get someone to do this, it would be select choice quotes, probably go through Blurb, which is an online bookmaking site, put this together, and then just sell it online. It won't be very popular because I'd have to have a lot of advertising, but I could probably get like a 30-page quote list of a couple people, and at that
That'd be
point,
good.
maybe develop a quote list too if that gets enough sales. Get money into the accounts, and then split it up between the people there. I have a business model.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. I honestly think that it would do well. I think it's the quotes
who
that are
would buy
on
it?
there are just hilarious.
But how would the word get out outside of this group of people?
The word, I don't know. That's a whole problem unto itself. But I think at first you'd have to develop a reputation. This would have to be a side project that comes along years down the line, like 5-10 years after you've established a body of work.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you want to read off some of those quotes,
Shall I read off some of the quotes?
yeah, please. I think the
Alright.
crowd would like it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Actually, we could
so-
have it so that the crowd can try and guess. Or no, there's a 15-second delay. Never mind.
Yeah. So I am going to. I'll read 3 from yours, Jonathan, and then 3 from Mark's because you're earlier in the list, Jonathan.
Okay.
So no context for these unless chat demands context. The whole purpose of these quotes was just have no context associated with them. Let's go with. Here we go. I have to survive the next quarter without glasses because pregnant woman is evil. It's a good one. Oh, here's one. Another one by Jonathan. I should open this and make your rectum smell beautiful. I don't remember the context of that one at all.
I don't either, actually.
Or how about let's go with. Oh, okay. Here we go. Make it so, you mangy mutt. Do it. I said do it before I insert a conductive rod into your anus and make you my personal lightning stick. I don't remember what the bloody context was. Okay, so
I don't
so
remember that either.
so Mark.
Mine are so
Now for
much
your-
more mundane, but equally
Oh?
shitty.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
I am a bell tower, a Pokemon, and I don't touch myself.
What? I remember we were talking to Sal, but I don't even remember why the fuck I said that.
Or
Oh,
here's
God.
another fun one. You have a Dyson Airblade in your fucking nipple. Fun fact, chat. That's the only time you will ever likely hear me swear on the stream because I only do it when reading quotes, which I don't do very often.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Let's go. Oh, you know, I'll try to find some that aren't too personal for you because there's some that are rather personal here.
You know I don't really care about that.
Yeah, but there's. Oh, I found the best one. This one I think you texted to me because it's in all caps in my list. But Mark, do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, Mark, you once sent me a message only saying, "I'm ready to strike, Jack, like a savage cockatoo who's in denial about his parents' death."
That one.
Well, let's get on time. No, I hear noise. I'm not dead. So yeah,
That
I
was
also
great.
had a practice of not putting my own quotes on the list, except one ex I had in high school made me put one of my own quotes on the list. If you both insist, I will look it up and find it.
It's
but-
it's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I will find it. It's. I don't think it's that great. You guys all hear sponsor time, which is far more bizarre than most things on this
Yeah.
list. Here we go. My one quote on the list, put on there by request, is: "Posters are not sexual objects. They watch you with their printed eyes all the time." Yeah,
That's really creepy, actually. That's more creepy than your sponsor times that I've heard.
yeah.
Because your sponsor times are like an amalgamate of just creepy words chunked together. But that has like an object specifically that can stare at you. And that has a very eerie feel to it because a lot of people have posters in their room. Not a lot of people like shop at the Gap, for example.
I
Yes.
shop at the Gap literally every day, John. Okay.
You have the faceless employees put voyage against your skin, nothing
Yes.
between you and the universe. They create a gap there.
Yes.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
I shop
Yeah,
there. Pick up my candies there.
Oh,
Nice.
cool. Yeah, I heard they're great.
I mean, like, it's a good
behind
store.
the-
I just don't go anymore.
Yeah.
So we don't have any questions lined up. So I wanted to actually go and talk about something that I feel like is cool. The comic.
Ah,
Oh,
What do you guys think? You guys want to talk about that for a bit?
well, I'm not sure what we would say about that right
Nothing
now.
specific, but we can give like a little progress report as to how far along we are.
Well,
Yeah.
we have mainly right now we've worked on the character concepts. Is the big thing I would say.
Oh,
Character
they're
concept,
so good.
general storyline. I think
Did
I
ask
think we
something?
could tease.
Yeah, Xenia, we do.
Oh.
I just saw your question. We'll go to that in a second,
What?
but let's do the update real
Oh.
quick.
It's the regret telling someone.
Yeah. We'll do that in a bit.
Yeah.
We'll do that after.
I think we should tease one character.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Which character should we tease?
I think I know which one you had in mind when you said that.
Yeah, but we can't say all of that character because a lot of it's spoilers.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Damn it.
A lot
we
of it is
can't-
spoiled.
So, we could. Do you remember the name of the shotgun lancer?
Oh fuck. I can look it up really quickly.
Yeah. So the shotgun lancer. In this world, there has been a civil war between sort of technology and technology using nation and the blessed. So a sort of
And we'll leave
magic
it at that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it
Alila.
at that. We don't want to go
Alila?
any further.
Alila.
Alila. That's a cool. I like that name. So
I came
Alila
up with it
is,
because you said something dumb, and I was like, "What about Alila?"
that's about right. So Alila, she's a lancer. She rides on top of a giant ram with possibly golden armor. I don't know the colors.
We'll see.
A giant ram with armor. She has pauldrons of a lamb, a ram-shaped helm that she wears that completely blinds her in combat. She wields, instead of a lance while she's on her mounted combat, a great shotgun. So she's riding towards you, you expect a lance coming to strike, suddenly a gun barrel's in your face and you're just blown off. She'll jump off the ram, need be, sheath the shotgun, pull out essentially just 2 giant blunderbuss revolvers and just go to town with those. The fun thing about Alila, though, each character, the goal has been to make sure they have some element that humanizes them, some element that is sort of tragic in their backstory. Early during the war, Leela's parents were being killed by sort of bandits, marauders. It was a horrible sight. She was young, she was terrified, she couldn't do anything to protect them. She had a knife and was helpless. She was backing up, not knowing what to do, so afraid of combat, afraid of this bloodshed. She hit a wall and a bucket fell over her head. It blinded her, it deafened her. She discovered she had some strange degree of blind sense and was able to fight off the bandits unbelievably well. But only because she could not see the fight, because she is unable to withstand seeing what she's done. So she wears this helm in combat, because otherwise she is unable to face the atrocities she is committing. So if she has her helm removed, she freezes up on the battlefield. She wears it because she is afraid.
Yeah.
Alila, the shotgun lancer.
I love it. So we're not going to reveal anything else as far as like actual characters and so on, because we want that to be more of a surprise for when you guys actually see the final product. Which
American
we're
Pie
not
69.
exactly close to that. It's a bit far off. It definitely is original though. It's really it's a really cool concept.
And we're all working on it together.
Absolutely. So
also, I bought the domain name. I just have to make the website.
You did.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, let's get that up soon.
Cool.
And so what we have is we've been writing a lot of the story. Like we're just working on the intro stuff, development and everything. World building, we have like characters all fleshed out more or less, and we also have on the way some concept art that I'm going to be working on. I've already started working on, and it's going to be sent over to an artist that we're going to have working on this as well in conjunction with us. And we haven't really gotten into too much detail yet, but we have. I'm going to do concept art for. Mark's character soon. I did it for 7. I did it for myself already. I just have to sit down and dedicate an hour and a half to 2 hours actually doing Mark's character, because I have to do a whole bunch of things. But yeah, so that's basically the webcomic. That's the progress on that, and I can't wait to share it. I think it'll be really cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I need to look up some web hosting stuff.
Oh, Xenia. Hell yeah.
What is something that you regret telling someone? It doesn't have to be mean. Mark? This is a tough one, actually.
I generally like to pride myself on not regretting anything I say. That definitely is not always the case, but I like to own up to stuff when I do say something stupid. So at the moment, I'm gonna say nothing. No, wait, no, there is one. When I was a kid, and I was around a giant, group of fellow students in a very small school, mind you, I told them all that I was getting a boner, even though I wasn't, and everyone walked away, and then I was shunned from there on out in my grades in my middle school career. So that was fun.
Sucks.
Jonathan?
To be honest, if it's any kind of regrets of telling, it's the fact that it's not a huge secret. Because I talk about this with a lot of people. I used to I'll tell you what, when I'm in a relationship, I give 150,000% into that relationship. Like that I give as much love into it as I possibly can. But when I'm out of a relationship, I just become this person who just loves to just flirt with everybody, just, oh, okay, gotta date this one next, this one next, and just always goes to the next relationship quickly. Like it always ends up being like that. So I always have this regret of telling someone I like them, because if they don't like me back, it ends up being like a huge fissure point in that friendship. So I've done that 5 times in my life, 4 times, where I've told someone I like them, and it's genuine, of course, but I've told someone I like them, and it just destroys the relationship, or it just basically stuff like that. It's nothing, it's no insults or anything, but it was just regretting saying that, because it just kind of ruined any kind of friendship that was there, any kind of relation that was there. And it sucks because they're all good people, but stuff like that.
For me, I have two answers. One hits me closer to home. When it comes to certain matters, I can be very pushy. These matters aren't a lot. They don't happen all the time, but when they happen, I am kind of relentless. And early in my current relationship, and occasionally, which is something that we are both working on in it, I tend to push a bit far.
You and me both.
And so tonight, Jonathan, you heard my girlfriend we're having a very stressful conversation. I did not know when to let the conversation drop. She did not. She told me she wanted to stop in a way where I did not know that she was asking for the conversation to change subject.
Words were exchanged.
Yeah. But for a less personal one, I have a very good friend of mine named Mary Claire. We had a very complicated relationship in high school. By complicated, I mean we alternated between us. Oh, thank you for the hair compliment. One of us being madly in love with the other one hating each other. It was full of teenage angst and hormones.
Got it. Yeah.
However, there are two comments with her that I just still sort of cringe at. One,
American Pie in high school, I was the same way. I had good hair too. I had longer hair. Anyway,
Longer?
continue. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
I had long hair. It was down to here.
No. Down to where?
It was down to like my shoulder, a little lower. Yeah, but that's in the last year. It wasn't that long before.
Worst restaurant. But words, right? Words. I remember words.
The first was, I'm sorry, I cut you off, and I guess you lost.
What? The first was a friend of mine who was not exactly too thrilled with her typed up this whole message on my phone, essentially saying, "I hate you, don't talk to me anymore." And I let him type it up because I knew he wasn't going to send it, because I knew that he was not going to be able to bring himself to do that. And you see, a friend of ours at the time decided it would be hilarious to press the send button. And I had to spend 2 hours consoling Mary Claire that I didn't hate her. The second moment, though, was like after we had been like good friends for like a year and a half. I said, "Yeah, we've been good friends for like the last year," and she started crying because I thought we've been friends since freshman year of high school, and I felt like the villain in that situation, and I still feel really bad about it. Yeah. So restaurants. Let's go to restaurants after this one. So what's the worst restaurant you've ever eaten at?
I like the tough questions, to be honest with you. I'm a fan of those.
The worst restaurant I've ever eaten at. Trying to think.
I thought of one.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
It was on my way back when I was with my parents. We were coming back from Missouri because we went on a vacation. Vacation. My parents were just visiting their friends. Or my mom was visiting her friend. Anyway, we stopped at this place in the deep parts of like Nevada. Like Nevada.
Wait, where?
Not Nevada.
You can say Nevada.
Where was it? It was some weird state nobody gives a shit about.
Got it. New Mexico or Arizona?
Honestly, my parents own property in Arizona. It was in Arizona, so I can say that. It was very just terrible. Just bad. It was like this fucking... I ordered mac and cheese. And I have never experienced a restaurant that has messed up mac and cheese that badly before. It
Oh,
was
that's hard to do.
It
Yeah.
was like it was like cheese flavored noodle soup. It was just gross. Stop being an edgelords. Oh, he owns a scythe? Oh yeah, I do have a scythe, but it's broken. It was a gift, and now it's a wall hanger because I snapped it in half when I swung it once.
So, Jonathan, worst restaurant?
Oh,
Worst
American
night?
Pie 69, thank you for the follow.
Oh, thank you. It's gonna
Thank
pop up-
you, American Pie.
Over
I'm gonna
the
point
I
out
appreciate it.
this
yeah.
way, right here. Right
Yeah, it's
here.
gone now.
Yeah.
But yes, you were
What?
pointing the right
What?
direction.
I didn't see it though. Wait, oh, it's out of sync, so that's how it's gonna happen. I gotcha. Because time is all, weird. Anyway, Jonathan, restaurant.
and mouldrotted.
Oh God, worst restaurant I've ever been to. I
Should I
want to
go
say. Oh, I have one. It was this place in Laughlin. And
I
those of you who
love
don't know,
Laughlin.
The sheep,
Laughlin-
I see the sheep now.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was a burger place in Laughlin. Laughlin is this really cool mini Vegas in Nevada.
It's like a less sketchy Vegas, yeah.
Yeah,
Tiny Vegas.
it's a mini Vegas actually at this. It's got a river right by it. It's super cool, and I want to say this is what is that? Is it Colorado or Mississippi River? One of those two.
It's definitely
Colorado.
not the Mississippi River.
It's Colorado if it's in
It's
Nevada.
Colorado. Thank you. I wasn't sure which one it was, but it's got one of the big rivers by it. And like down the river away, you can like jet ski, boat, and everything. We went jet skiing down the ways, and then we went to Laughlin, had dinner there. But it was this burger place, and it was just awful.
Oh,
Have you? Okay, so you know how with a burger, like a bit of a crunch in the bun kind of feels good, kind of like In-N-Out is.
I can get
Okay.
I can get into that, yeah.
Yeah, this was like the softest bread you could have possibly given, and the hardest meat you could have possibly given. All the stuff on top of the burger was just, if it was there, it was very scarce. It was a cheeseburger that I got,
Integrity.
and it was like an itty-bit, tiny bit of cheese placed at the center like an eyeball, like the eye and then the iris. It was just like a little cheese iris at the center, and it was just the grossest thing because it was just bad. It was just a
Cheese iris.
bad. It was a bad burger, and it was awful because I was like, "Come on, I really just want a good burger, and you should have just delivered."
oh yeah. So, are we
I'll give you
talking?
my soft bread. Sorry.
Sorry, are we talking worst food or worst service? We have a different answer for.
I think it says worst restaurant, right? Yeah, worst restaurant. So I think
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but that was what would happen. That happened to me. I was like 8 or 9 at the time.
Mine was
So-
just some bumfuck restaurant nobody cares about. So that I don't remember the name either. But yeah,
So mine is actually a place here in Riverside. If I'm being perfectly honest.
oh,
Really?
Okawari Ramen. So, first of all, a bit of background. There was this beautiful, beautiful restaurant called Oven 450. It was the best flatbread place I ever went to. Mark and I went there like once a week. I went there more than once a week. Jonathan, you've gone there several times. It's such a bloody beautiful restaurant.
and it got
However,
shut down.
it got shut down, and the restaurant was attached to a crab shack right next to it as well. So when it went, the crab shack went too. And recently they've been replaced by a now inferior flatbread place and a ramen shop. And my thought process was, oh, ramen. They're going to stay open because ramen is great.
You said that when we first went in there too. You were like,
Yep,
"This
I
place
was
won't
so-
get shut down because the ramen place is so good. It's gonna carry this place because it was really popular when we went there."
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah.
Now, I went there. Now, you know how they have those tea-soaked eggs they put in ramen?
Yeah.
That was the only good thing. So the meat was a bit fatty. The broth was eh. But the one thing that just made it the two things that made it horrible. One, they were playing like Maroon 5 and just all the worst possible songs on a Pandora station.
Oh boy.
Courtney, my girlfriend, and I, we were like, this is awful. Why do they have this playlist? It makes no sense.
Sorry.
They did play Don't Stop Believing at one point, and I was okay with that. But the issue was the ramen noodles tasted as if they took a top ramen packet, dropped it into the broth, boiled it, and served it to us. It was that bad. Like I could have gone to the store and made better ramen.
Honestly, I had another place. You reminded me of probably the other worst meal. Actually, this is more recent. So, and it's a restaurant I can sort of remember. It's a Greek restaurant that's like not far from where I live.
Greek food is great.
I know, but I ordered the chicken shawarma there, and they brought it out, and it was just like a plate of like, so it was like rice. The rice was fine, but then they just fucking just threw a bunch of chicken at it, and it literally tasted like they took, the chicken flavored ramen packets. It felt like they just dumped it all over there, because it was like super like salty and like gross, and like it was even yellow. It had like the little speckles that you see in the fucking ramen packets. I was like, I'm pretty sure they flavored this with ramen packets, and my mom was like, they wouldn't do that. I was like, does it look like that? It's like yellow and it has little specks in it. It was not good at all. Okay.
Next question.
Top 5 childhood.
There was a quick question from American: is what do you guys do for a living? We're all in school.
Yeah. What's the best way to travel? Plane, car, train, etc., and why?
Oddly enough, I enjoy train.
And why? Why is that?
It's kind of okay. So if you guys are ever curious enough, and there's this train that goes from, I think it's Los Angeles to the Grand Canyon or some other. I forget where the location is, but the end result is Grand Canyon. It's an old steamer. It's like from like 1850. So like it's that style, but they they update that train so that it like continuously functions. And it goes for, I think, a week. You're on this train for basically a week, and you have like basically half a car to yourself, right? You've got a room, there's a dining car, and I think it's just like one of those ways of travel that isn't really utilized very much, and I think it's a really comfortable and calming way to go. You don't have to drive yourself. You don't have to sit cramped in a plane. Even if you're in the sky, you're not like, having to pop your ears or uncomfortable or have nowhere to go. You can still hop off the train. Just like that. I think it's a really cool way of travel, and I think it's very underappreciated.
All right. Mark?
Okay. My answer has a caveat. I have flown in first class one time because we got a free upgrade. My mom was the one. Careful there, you got a ruler in your hand.
I do.
My mom got a free
ruler
upgrade.
of rulers.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's my middle name, actually.
Clever?
No, ruler of ruler, king of kings. That's the definition of it.
That's nifty. I was in first class one time because my mom got an upgrade and my dad was like, no, don't make me sit alone. And I was like, Mom, don't let him sit alone. And then I got upgraded to first class because of that. So I'm okay with it. It was fucking awesome. But I still love plane travel no matter what. I always love flying in a plane. I love waking up early. I love getting on the plane. I love waiting in line. I love the shops and the terminals. Everything about it. I love plane travel. I don't know why. I'm just weird. And then I do have the caveat of when I'm in England, when I went to Britain, the tram in the Heathrow airport was the nicest mode of transportation I've ever set foot on. It was fucking beautiful. Like it was cleaned like immaculately and had like all these neon lights and shit. So much that I took a picture of it because it was so pretty. Mm-hmm. It was so cool. Anyway, yeah.
That's awesome.
The heavens are Bill Nye, the science guy.
How's that happen?
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill, the apocalypse.
I've been watching, I've been listening to a podcast called, oh goodness, I have it pulled up here.
I hit myself in the dick with my knife.
Star Talk Radio, which is a radio that's hosted by Neil deGrasse Tyson, which every once in a while Bill Nye will host. and it's just talking about science and what's going on and questions that people have, and I think it's really cool.
Neil Smoke deGrasse Tyson. Okay. Anyway.
My favorite form of travel, I think, I rarely travel by boat, but
Travel
I like
by
traveling by.
boats.
What?
Sorry, it's a reference.
Boat travel. You know what? I'm gonna go with you on that one. That one's good too. I like.
I
that
like
one.
it when I just feel the waves as if it's going to capsize, and I'm on the side with a fishing rod, the storm overhead, just laughing because I don't know how to handle the fact that, if it capsizes, we're going to drown. You know, boats. That happened once. I didn't go
gotcha.
in.
What's the podcast
yeah.
called, John?
The Legacy of MarkJon podcast.
No, the freaking
No.
other one.
Star
American
Talk
Worship
Radio.
the old gods.
Star
Star
Talk
Worship the
Radio.
old gods. Worship the old gods.
They're on SoundCloud and a whole bunch of other mediums. They've got like a whole bunch of different podcasts because I think it's a whole radio station to themselves. But yeah. Anyway, the next question that was asked is, what's your favorite season?
Winter.
Winter.
Fall. Autumn.
Freaking hipster.
Yeah. Should I pull out one of my many scarves and throw that on?
Can you get your
Prove how hipster I am?
thick-rimmed glasses too, please?
I only have thin-rimmed glasses. We do have an infinity scarf, or several, that are attached to that's stuck on other pieces.
Wow,
clothing
you
right
could
now,
you
but-
could go to a wine tasting right now, and I would just be like, wow, that person is so cool.
Cool's the wrong word. It's pretentious. Leo Laker, hello.
Hi.
What's up, Leo?
Okay,
It's a
so
buddy of mine from back home.
cool. So what's next question after the season one?
Next question is top 5 childhood cartoons.
That feels like that's a bit of a long answer.
Yeah, that's
We're-
too much. Let's just do top one.
Okay,
top one.
Top
childhood.
one, yeah.
Mhm.
Samurai Jack.
Mark.
Oh fuck! Come back to me. Shit.
Be careful of that ruler over there.
This is a much sharper ruler.
Favorite childhood cartoon? I have to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! The animated series. That was my bread and butter.
Oh.
I played Pot of Greed. This card allowed me to draw 2 more.
But Jonathan, in response, I will play the magic card, Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 2 new cards from my deck, one of which is another Pot of Greed. A magic card allows me to draw 2 more cards. Mark?
Oh my god.
I totally forgot about that. I think my favorite childhood TV show was Kirby Right Back at Ya, but it was probably the one that I watched the least because there was only like 10 episodes ever fucking aired.
Yeah.
But I guess like
Courage.
watch time though was probably SpongeBob just because it was fucking always on.
Yeah.
But actually,
Old.
Foster's Home.
Danny Phantom. Wait. Danny Phantom.
That one was
I
fun.
like Danny Phantom.
Look at Danny
Sorry,
Phantom.
I just saw American-
His parents built a very
Very
strange
strange
machine.
machine. Designed
He built
to build
a world unseen. Gonna catch them all because he's Danny Phantom. But
Gotta
in work, his parents just quit, and Dane took a look inside of it. The great big flash, everything just changed. His molecules got rearranged. Phantom. When he first woke up, he realized he had ghost white hair and glowing green eyes. He could walk through walls, appear, and fly. He was much more unique than the other guys. Then they knew what he had to do. He had to stop all the ghosts that were coming through. He's here to fight for me, and he's gonna catch them all because he's Danny Phantom. Help me.
Hey, somebody. Okay, American Pie just asked favorite Adult Swim show. Samurai Jack. I can do a double answer
I
there.
think at first it was Code Lyoko.
Code Lyoko was not a Adult Swim show.
It wasn't?
No, that
It was
was
not.
that was not.
That was Cartoon Network.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
Wait, we just skipped a lot of questions.
Yeah, we did. Let's
We
go
did.
back.
I just saw it and I thought it was relevant.
I have no idea.
Okay, so wait 1 second. So before that, we had podcast. So best thing about traveling. Also, for the question about like a cruise line, my response to the boat answer. I have opinions about cruise lines that I do not want to get into right now unless all of chat demands it. But
No.
sort of like a cruise line, but I'd rather not get into it right now.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the best thing about traveling? Just limit it to like a 1 sentence real quick.
Best thing about
Location.
That's a one-word answer. How are you gonna top that, Mark?
Adventure.
Oh my God.
Nope. And what's your answer?
People.
Wow, that's probably the worst thing about traveling, to be honest.
Wait,
No, I enjoy the people.
wait, no. It cut out right when you said the one word, so I don't know what the one word
Don't
is.
tell it. Don't tell
Don't tell him.
Seven.
Nope,
No,
we're
no,
not
no,
saying
no.
it.
Don't
Oh,
tell
buddy.
Seven.
Oh.
You will be forever in the dark now.
Oh,
Best
goodness.
video game of all time. Best video game of all time.
Oh fuck! Go.
Well, what's the worst thing about traveling?
Worst thing?
People.
Bathroom breaks. As long as-
Oh yes! Holy
it's
shit!
It's the worst
Uh-oh.
part about traveling.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. All right, so what is the best video game of all time?
Um,
Fuck.
So Mark says Nier Automata. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm right?
Honestly, it's been a week. This is actually a week and 1 day since I've beaten it, and it is. I can't even think of a game that's even come close to the effect that it had on me, let alone the actual game.
Sure.
Because I don't want to have to think of the top video game of all time.
If you say
because
Darksiders, you're banned.
I'm not saying
Okay,
Darksiders.
thank God.
I was honestly going to say Nier Automata, surely from how much it seems to have affected you. That it seems to actually be bloody fantastic. So I'm gonna go with Nier Automata for the sake of stroking Mark's ego over here. Actually, because I think it's actually a good game, just because of how Mark described it. So there's that.
Well, of course I haven't played it yet, and I'd love to give it a try, just because of how much you guys have been talking about. I think it'd be really cool.
Thank you.
But I don't know. I mean, as far as what I've played, you know, I got to give a shout out to two games.
Breath of the Wild.
That's going to be one of them. But
Yeah.
here's the second game is where it comes out of nowhere, and people actually hate this game. Halo ODST.
I've heard good things. I've heard good things. I've heard good
I think I'm not focused on the gameplay. I'm not again. This is because I'm looking at one very specific thing. Right? I'm not like focused on everything. If I was going to focus on everything, it'd be Breath of the Wild for me. But
the hedgehog.
But ODST had a really, really good way of storytelling, and it was just like it showed a day, and it just showed every mission was a part of that day from a different character's perspective, and I thought that was such a cool concept, right? You would go, and it just had this eerie feeling to it when you specifically played the character who was going through all of the levels after all the aftermath had happened. And I thought it was really cool concept just to be able to go through all that and just experience a flashback mission just from looking at a piece of article of armor or something. And I thought that was a really cool concept, and I think that, that was a really good game. It was very well done. What's up, Asuna likes COD?
Hello.
Like the fish or Call of Duty?
That's a good question, actually. Mark, I think I have to retract my answer about Nier Automata, just
gonna
because
regret that.
personally,
You're gonna regret
just because
that.
I might change it later, but personally, Halo Reach is one of
Reach is good.
one of the best games I've played. Also, get it? It's a Flash. Anyway.
I'm so proud of you right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I've played ODST. I've played Reach. I've 100%ed both of those games.
Yeah.
They
No,
have
I'm sure Nier's better, but I haven't played it yet.
nothing at all on Nier. Literally nothing. I can't even.
Oh, I'm not doubting you.
Okay.
But neither of us have played it, so we can't really do that judge. We can't be the judge of that game.
Seven has access to it right now.
I do, but I don't have time yet. Final speed.
Yeah.
I just saw the time delay on the monitor, so showing the flash, and that's
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's funny. I'm laughing at myself still.
So I just real quick.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Laughing
Okay,
to myself.
cool.
Tiger, don't
Gotcha.
fucking. Do fucking.
So that was my case for ODST, but Breath of the Wild is the first time that I've actually had a sense of wonder in a game. I haven't had that in a long time. That was actually it did a really good job of that. So I've got to give it its due, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my vote behind that one. And yes, that's because I haven't played a lot of Steam games like Nier Automata. and such.
Yeah. All right.
Or Final Fantasy 15. There's a lot of games that I haven't played that are really good. You know.
If Nier was good, it'd give Adam a dick. Look, I'm pretty sure they can't show straight up. Well, actually, The Witcher did it. No, I'll give that one to you. 0 to 10. There's no
Yeah.
dick. Yeah.
Froze. 0 to
did?
10? Wait, what?
Oh, they don't show
I-
any dick in the game, so it's a 0 to 10.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we have any other questions going on right now?
I
have a bunch-
didn't catch any.
Oh boy.
What we could do is we can move on. Oh, there we go. What type of games do y'all like?
Thank you, Zinnia. I'm a fan of strategy games, various types of TCGs, and the like. I've been playing Hearthstone since the open beta. Love that game. I tried Shadowverse for a while, which it was interesting. Honestly, if you want to be a free-to-play player, play Shadowverse over Hearthstone because it's a lot easier to play that free-to-play. I like some rhythm games, not like play the song really fast, but the whole, Crypt of the Necrodancer, you have to sync all of these movements together at once to be able to win. Or, say, Before the Echo, which is really just called Sequence. It's called Before the Echo, but due to name change, they couldn't call it Sequence anymore. Where you have to manage 3 different rhythm tracks at the same time and cast spells and have combat. Super cool.
Okay. For me, it'd be probably a grid-based. I like Breath of the Wild, but I also like Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's a huge thing for me. I've been playing that on the mobile. I've also been doing that on like GameCube, Wii for a long time. It's been one of my favorite games.
I got this.
What about you, Mark?
My repertoire of games is fairly large. I like exploration games like Astroneer, survival games like, sort of Astroneer, roguelikes, Isaac, some fighting games. I'm not a huge fan because I'm not nearly as good as some people, and I don't really care about.
You're not what?
I
You're
like-
not what?
Not nearly.
Nearly as good?
Stop.
Near? See?
But like games like Blade Symphony, where it's like a play on different fighting mechanics. Even Brawlhalla, which is like a Smash knockoff of Smash. Like action platformers like Catacomb Kids, or like games that are just straight up platforms like N++. Even like sandboxy games like Overgrowth, shooters, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Even VR games, action RPGs, action games, fucking puzzle games, Human Resource Machine, Portal. Oh god, that has too many. This is gonna take all day. So just I even have Golf with Your Friends in my favorites list. Just like
You can't
Okay.
say everything for your answer.
Yeah.
everything except for rhythm games.
Everything except for rhythm game?
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
fair.
we're getting pretty close to the end here. I'm just gonna go ahead and say
can
Leo
do
Laker's
Mark's Sword
question is
Corner.
gonna be the last question. Yeah, I know. We're gonna end it up with stuff, but I want to make sure that we have like a little bit of a cutoff. Everybody else who wants to get a question in, please be sure to email us legacyofmarkjon@gmail.com. There it is. If you guys want to send us your questions, we have a question of the week category at the end of every one of our podcasts. So next week on our regularly scheduled program, we're going to be having topics and all these discussions, so we won't be able to get a lot of questions in. So this is a way to highlight everybody's question. So please be my guest and go ahead and email us, and hopefully your question gets picked next week.
Jonathan,
What's up?
spin something on your finger. Join the club. Come on.
Huh?
Spin
Spin
something on your
my
finger and join the club. Yeah, Mark, we're all doing this.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
No, that's making way too much noise in my mic, so I'm going to go ahead and not do that. All right, so the next question is, what is an old game? I'm sorry. Yeah, what is an old game that you guys still like to play? Or
Where-
sometimes play?
This
That's
happens-
Xenia right under... What was that?
Wait, where's this? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I see it now.
So what's an old game that sometimes you guys still play?
Old game.
Yeah, let's say pre-2004.
pre to. I know a game that I have not played it recently, but I bloody love the game. Champions Return to Arms. My brother and I played that together with the first RPG I ever played. It's just an RPG. You go around, pick your class, get a talent tree, get gear, fight bosses. It's super basic, only linear. There are no side quests. It's 100% linear storytelling, but it is my childhood, and I really want to find an emulator just so I can play it again.
I mean, I can.
I'm sure it's up. Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhere, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Is it my turn?
But yeah, go for it.
The only real game that I would go back and play, because I'm kind of more about the out with the old in with the new type thing, is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. That game blew my fucking mind as a child repeatedly. It was the game that gave me like that strong sense of wonder and desire to explore and like to do better, because it was like, you're not the hero. It was the first game where it wasn't like you're the chosen one. It was like you're just some fucking kid. You're not, don't even try. People were like, hey, don't go over there because you're gonna die. And then eventually you go over there and you don't die. And it's great. I just
that sounds like Ike in every single game he's in. Just saying.
Well,
but like, he also like does become a fucking god at the end. This game, you're just getting strong. You said he fights a god or something at one of the ends of the games.
Fights. Doesn't become.
Okay, but like, this is just like...
And also, he gets
powered
powered up from another person.
And from his friends.
It still sounds like he's like kind
fighting
of...
for it.
And these characters even have names, though. That was the other thing. Is like, you're not playing as a character, you're making your own character. And they were like special in their own... Well, actually, they weren't special.
It had a lot more of an emotional connection for you.
Yeah. It was like the whole silent protagonist thing, but also like you had like a family that cared about you and stuff, and they'd write you letters, and then it was fucking cool. I just love that game. Anyway.
Right, so I've got 3 more questions left. Before we get to those, let me go ahead and say, Mark's Sword Corner.
Dun, 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 dun. Give me a thing.
Da,
Give me a...
da, da,
Mark's Sword Corner.
da, da, da,
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
da, da.
That was the ultimate chicken horse intro. I just want you to know that. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, anyway.
I don't remember that. I haven't played Ultimate Chicken Horse enough to be like, I know that song.
Did you guys know that originally cast iron contains 2.2% carbon? And at the end of the 14th century, because they didn't realize the whole thing about making steel, they considered it a waste product. And now, wrought iron contains less than 0.3% carbon, and it's a soft metal used for tools. But now, when they have to have it between that margin in order for it to be suitable steel, and now they have to temper and harden it to make a good sword.
Interesting. Very cool. That's good to know. And that was Mark's Sword Corner.
I'm just gonna steal Ultimate Chicken Horse's thing.
I know. Well, I'll come up with something soon.
I should just get a soundboard for when we do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Totally original idea. Definitely not from chat.
Yeah,
What?
let's do that.
Oh my god! I actually didn't even see that yet.
Yeah.
Well.
All right. So
You just sound... Yeah, you're totally right.
next question comes from American Pie. Did you get into any fights in high school or college?
No.
Nope.
Sort of.
Sword?
I was in football, so we used to beat the crap out of each other anyway. No, there in college, I did get into a small altercation. This guy was kind of picking on one of our roommates, and he was just not having it. So I decided to step in. The guy was going like, "Oh, dude, body shots! Gotta do body shots with me." So this guy who was sitting there and just sitting on the ground like, "Dude, I don't want to be a part of this." So I stepped in the way and was like, "You know what? You don't mess with him." He's like, "What? Are you gonna go in his stead?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if it's gonna make you back off." So he landed out 4 punches to the gut. I just did 1 shot to his hip, and he stopped because he realized all the hits that he was landing weren't doing anything to me, and the 1 shot I landed, he didn't like. So that was one skirmish I had in college. It was just defending someone. I'm not a huge fan of fighting, but I will fight for my friends.
Ike!
There you go.
I fight for my friends.
You fight for your friends. You have blue hair.
I know we already answered this in chat, but COD or Halo, gentlemen?
Halo.
Halo.
Halo was the first game I ever played, but COD.
Hi, Box of Toast.
That's
Alright.
that's weird. I wonder why do you like COD instead of Halo?
I like the gunplay better.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense.
Okay.
I don't like the
Yeah,
I don't like the TTK in Halo. It's just a little too long, and honestly, it's a little bit more like less of the who shot first. It's less about reaction time. It's more about who picked up the best weapon. So, the TTK is what kills it for me. I'm just being weird.
All right.
But, yeah.
So, is the last question favorite band?
Well, I miscounted that. It's favorite band, and then the question that's faced to me. So I'm going to do that one real quick, and then we'll do the favorite band one last.
Okay. So, question to you.
Leo, it's a buddy of mine from back home. What was your first kiss like, and why was it so bad? Because it was with you, asshole. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next one. Guys, what's your favorite band?
We're
It
just
wasn't
brushing,
Leo.
we're
I'm
just
just
brushing
messing
past
around.
this one. Oh, okay. I was like,
Okay. I felt there was a story there.
He and I are cool. We have a fantasy football league together.
So, favorite band. I don't feel like I can give a single answer to that, but if I had to pitch a band, the one I tend to pitch bands per people. Like Mark, I pitched to him Diablo Swing Orchestra, which is a fun one. But I think I have to go with Schaefer James. I will just type his name. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna shamelessly plug Adjective Fruit.
Adjective Fruit.
Adjective just on Bandcamp.
Where do you find these bands? You know, I don't want to. I want to keep the magic.
Well, here's the thing, Mark. If you go to Bandcamp, they just pop up. Like a lot of these bands that I got on there, they just showed up on the queue, and it's just like, oh shit, this is awesome.
I'm sorry, SoundCloud is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, SoundCloud. Okay. Well, Bandcamp does do that.
Too hipster. Okay. Can I answer mine, or John? Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
No, go ahead, please. Just post what you say on the chat so that they can go check it out too.
I'd say my favorite band at the moment is the Griswolds. Griswolds. They are real freaking good. They're like kind of they're very kind of upbeat. I'm a big fan of them. And then the other one is maybe Zerbin. Zerbin is really good too. They don't have very many songs. Or Cruiser. Oh man, I have too many. But let's just go with Zerbin.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of those bands.
Oh god, I have to go with a couple.
Ted the Tank.
I have two.
Thanks for the follow.
Hi, Ted the Tank.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Ted the Tank.
Ha. You get hand motions, jazz hands.
All right, I don't know what to do. I can't reach down and touch the.
I know we
sheep
can't.
anymore.
Just take your sword and stab it at the sheep.
Like this.
I just rewatched what I did on the playback. I actually really liked what I did, so I'm going to do that from now. All right, so the groups that I like, there's two bands. One I have talked to both of you about is Mute Math. They're big. I'm sure you've heard their music at this point. They're going to be putting out a new album soon, and I'm really excited for it. Another band that I like, these are the two bands that are on my top 2 list right now. Is what?
I died again.
You died again? Come in here.
No, you're back. You're back.
No, you're fine. Good.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, we're hearing you.
I live. I thought I died.
Good job. Yeah, so the other band that I like is called Stereo Mother. Now, if you guys are curious, it's a buddy of mine from back home. He put a band together, and I actually don't know if they're still together or not, but his album, Me, 1515, and Psychedelic Paint are 3 of the most, I think, original pieces of music I've heard in a while. Well done. It's really well done, and it sounds like it should be having a record deal and getting touring and everything, but they don't, which is upsetting.
Out of it.
But
All right.
anyway, that is the end of the podcast. If you guys like what you have heard today and how weird we can get sometimes, we do have a YouTube, a Facebook, and a Twitter. Now, we do post on the YouTube four times a week.
Thank you,
And we hope that you guys enjoyed this. And we usually do the podcast with information about video games and what we think and everything. But this, every 10 episodes, we're going to be doing an Ask Us Anything. So thanks for bearing with us. And thanks for those of you who followed. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye. Da la la da.
Bye,
Mark
John.
John.